Hello and welcome to Elite Geospatial, and today we'll be looking at 3D polygon, and we're looking at it as it represents multi-patches. So, what are multi-patches? This is coming from directly from ArcGIS documentation. So I'm just trying to pick that from there, and then say multi-patch feature is a GIS object that stores a collection of patches to represent the boundary of a 3D object as a single row in the database. Patches store texture, color, transparency, and geometric information representing parts of a feature. The geometric information stores in a patch may be triangles, triangle fans, triangle strips, which are so this are multi-patches. You can see triangles and point. So most of the time triangles patches are multi-patch where it has more than one of the feature, either point, polygon, or line. All right. So uh, these are just some examples of multi-patches. You can see this, you can see that, you can see this one, you can see this one. All right, so that's what we'll be doing today. To get started, we go to ArcGIS desktop, and then we start up with a tool called Create Fishnet. So you will pardon me, I have a bit of a challenge with my keyboard, so I'll be using the on-screen keyboard. So at the point I'll be going on and off. All right. So we're going to start with the tool called Create Fishnet, or we can just search Fishnet, and you will see the Create Fishnet. So this is the tool. So we'll bring it up. Now, before you come here, first and foremost, what I want you to do is let's close this down for a bit. Now you go to your geoprocessing, and then you go down to your environment. And on your environment, you go to your workspace. Then you create a workspace where you want your work to be saved. All right. So we're going to create a new geodatabase, and we'll call it just 3D. All right, we're going to leave the geodatabase as 3D. So we're going to put what we are doing now. We're going to put this thing inside there. Now this will allow us not to be strained to our default geodatabase. All right, this is a very good way to start. All right. Now next is we pull up our create fishnet, and then this create fishnet, what we want to do is we're going to be creating. So we'll just go over to our 3D, and then we just leave it there. Let's just click on it. Okay. So I'm trying to, okay, so sometimes if we give it this direction, it doesn't really fill in. That's why I'm trying to avoid that. All right, let's hope it works. If it didn't work, we'll just use it as a, all right. So now your fishnet origin coordinate is 0. Let's start with that. And the y coordinate is 0. Then your y-axis coordinate is 0, while your y coordinate, your x, sorry, is 10. You leave this as 10. Now we'll be creating a 10 by 10 square, 10 on the cell width and 10 on this size height. Yes, the size cell size height will be using 10, and then we'll be creating a row of 1 and a column of 2. Okay, now down here we'll check this create labels point, which is optional, but then we're creating it as a polygon, so it's going to allow us to create both a point and a polygon. Once we are done with that, we will click on the OK, hoping it does not embarrass us, because it likes whenever you create. Thank God it didn't embarrass us this time. All right, so we have this, as FFF, and so you can actually go to your catalog and then you edit this name to, let's say this one will be 2 point and 2 square. All right, we have 2 square and we have 2 point, so we can edit this to 2 point. So we just put 2 point. I told you my keyboard, so it did not agree. Okay, we can remove this and bring them back. So we just change the name to 2 point 2 point, and here we'll create this as what's happening. Well, let's leave them first. We already know what each of them stands for, so let's just work with it for now. All right, so we have our 2 point and we have our 2 point and our 2 square. All right, so we know that. So now you right click on this and then you go to you go to your attribute table. Attribute table, you add a new field. And this new field, we call it depth. So let's call it depth, and we leave it as short integer and we click on OK. Now you select this point and then you right click on this depth and then you go to field calculator, and then on field calculator you use minus 20 and then you click on OK. It will calculate it. Then you come to this next one and you right click here and you go to field calculator and you put minus 25, minus 25. Then you click on OK. Now it's going to calculate this. That's done that. So now if you leave it like this, it's going to be working on with this as your entire data. So you just check this up here so that this whole thing is removed. So you remove this and then you come back to our search tool here, and this time around you're going to search for future to 3D attribute. Future to 3D by attributes, not 3D attribute, by attributes. So once you search, that tool pops up and then you click on the futures to 3D by attribute. So click on it, it pops up. Okay, so now our input future here will be our FFF label. That's the point, right? And then you can see that our default, this is actually staying on where we've selected as our workspace, right? Now we just remove this, then add X, Y, Z. Okay, so our height field, now we're going to use the depth we've created. Then we're going to click on OK. So it has created for us an XY field. Now we right click on it and go to attribute. Now we right click on this, then we right click and delete this. We're deleting this field. Okay, we're deleting this field. Now once we've deleted the field, we're going to go back to our search bar. I'm going to search for add XY coordinate. Add XY coordinate. So you enter. I'm using the search because you need to know the tools, and then we have XY coordinate for coverages and XY coordinate under geodatabase. So it's the geodata management you're going for. So you click on it. Searching it because most of the times if we start locating this tool one by one, they are quite enormous tools within the GIS environment. So I'm searching because I know the name of the tools, and I will just search, and that will help you to also search and go faster to locating the tools. But at any point you want to know exactly where this tool is, you can right click on this and then you click on locate in catalog. That will take you there directly. All right. So the input file here will just be this our XYZ that we created. So it's going to add an XY field to this very field. Now our XY field, we have a point Z and we have a point Y, we have a point Z. So we have a 5 by 15 and 5 by 5 kind of XY of each of the point. So we'll close this down, and then finally we're going to click on the buffer 3D. So just search it and then we'll bring it up. Now our buffer 3D is up the tool, and then we click on this and then we bring in our label. That's our XYZ. Okay, now our XYZ is up, and the distance of this buffer, let's say we're doing a distance of 5 in meters. Okay, let's do 6. Let's do 10. Just assuming. Let's do 10. Now here we have buffer quality. If you want to know anything within ArcGIS environment, you can check for help. All right. So you can just click on show help, and you will see the number of segments used to represent the resulting multi-patch feature. The default is 20, but any number between the range of 6 to 60 can be entered. A higher buffer quality value, it makes it smoother, but it takes a longer time to process it. All right. So we are going to use 40 on our own, and then we will click on OK. Now you see by 10. Now we're going to create another one because we're going to use the two of them for other analysis in the next video. Yes, this video will be too lengthy, so we'll divide it into 3 lengths of video. All right. So because we'll be doing geoprocessing from here now, so we're going to create the next one. Okay, the next one, we just bring this same in, and we will make it 6 in meters. So we're going to still make this 40, and we're going to click on OK. So we have the excuse me. So we have the 10 meters and the 6 meters. Okay, so other analysis can be carried out from here, which is what we'll do in the next part of this video. Please don't go anywhere because there are quite a lot of things to be attended in this 3-part video. So this will be part 1, and I'll see you in part 2. But don't forget to share this video, like the video, and also drop a comment on the comment section on anything you feel about the video or topics you want us to make video on. All right, so stay tuned for the part 2, and I will see you there.